Ew. I always start drooling and walking all crazy like this, bumping into stuff on purpose. Sorry, I had to switch. I have cerebral palsy. Because you know they're never going to talk to you. They're going to talk to the person you're with. Is he okay? And that's when the person with them like, and it works every time. Not every time, every time. So, I want to bring up our next artist, Nina Muff G. I'm going to read your bio. All right. So Nina G. Nina G is the world's only female stuttering stand-up comedian for at least until she finds another.
I am.
Okay. She's also a storyteller and educator and has presented to countless audiences. She brings her humor to help people confront and understand social justice issues such as disability, diversity, and equity. I want to bring out Nina G. Thank you.
Nice.
Woo! All right.
Hey everyone. I know I have to be quiet. Okay. So I am Nina G. I'm the world's only female stuttering stand-up comic. If you stutter, I'm an inspiration. If you don't, I'm just kind of an angry bitch. And I'm an angry bitch because, I have to deal with all these able-bodied people. Like I was with my friend the other night, and his friend comes up, and I introduce myself. And when I introduce myself, it goes something like, Nina, which I think's kind of sexy, right? Yeah, I think I'm kind of a sylph.
Yeah.
A sylph, a stutter I'd like to fuck. .com though, that's mine, .com. And then what the guy says is that Nina with 5 N's.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I said no, that's Nina with 2 N's. Actually, I said that's Nina with 1 N because I have dyslexia and I forgot that I had 2 N's in my name. And then he said this, and this guy happened to be Asian. He said, "Oh, no, it's okay. I can make fun of you because my uncle stutters." And I thought only white people said fucked up shit like that. I thought it was just us. Apparently, it's cross-cultural. And I said, well, I have a cousin who is Filipino. Doesn't mean I get to do Asian jokes. And he said, well, we live in a post-racial... Yes, that's what he said. We live in a post-racial society. Is it too loud? Okay. You know what? I'll just do it without the mic. Although you now interrupted my joke, but that's okay. That's okay. And you know that I stutter, so interrupting me isn't okay. Okay.
Thank you. Sorry. The F word was emanating over the children's library. So anyway, he said that we live in a post-racial society. So I said back, well, we don't live in a post-disability society, so shut the fuck up. And that's actually the exact way it went too. I'm part of the Comedians with Disabilities Act, which we're actually having a show in Sacramento on Friday next week. And a lot of people come up to me and they say, well, stuttering isn't a real disability, and dyslexia isn't a real disability, so you shouldn't be on that show. I know, and I tell them, according to the Americans with Disabilities Act, a disability is a physical or mental impairment that's that substantially results in having to deal with assholes. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that it qualifies. But it's the last time that I did a talk in a library. There was a woman who came up to me afterwards and she said, "You are such an inspiration. If I were you, I wouldn't even talk." I was like, what kind of backhanded compliment is that? I mean, it is basically her saying, "You know what, you are such an inspiration. It's great they let you out of the basement." That's a beautiful thing. I thought we got rid of you guys with amniocentesis. That's beautiful. You know, I don't know if you guys know this, but disabled people aren't into the whole amniocentesis thing, because we feel it's able-bodied people try not to have ugly or stupid kids. Meanwhile, their kids are ugly and stupid. It's not working very well. Although I would have an amniocentesis if I could screen to see if my child was going to be a fake liberal who was actually afraid of Mexicans and blacks. I would screen for that, because those people are more of a blight on our culture than any kid who has Down syndrome.
That's right. That's right.
It's great. It's always, usually I have to perform to drunks, so this is great. You know, I went in to look at my birth control options, and I asked my doctor about the IUD. And I don't know if you guys know what an IUD is, but it's a T-shaped instrument that has strings hanging down, and you put it somewhere. And and my doctor said it's $700, and it's not covered under my insurance. So I'm just gonna get a turkey bone and shoestring. That should work, right? You know, last year I told that joke. I was a responsible woman. This year I'm a slut, right? And last year I told that joke and it was just gross, and now it's political. So thank you, Rush Limbaugh. So did you guys hear about Pope John Paul? It's our last pope. Pope John Paul is going to be made a saint. The Pope, and it's based onto miracles. It's the first one is he cured a woman of Parkinson's. The other one is a very special one because it happened at my church. He made the pedophile priest disappear. Yeah, that's not it. Then he made that same priest go and reappear in a poorer, more disenfranchised church. If that's the case, if they're giving statement away based on that, then I'm pretty sure that the Penn State Board of Trustees is also yeah, right? As well as my grandma. So I did an audition a few weeks back, and it's really great to have you guys here because the audition didn't go so well, and I have to undo that. And after I went up to the owner of the comedy club, and I said, "Hey, is there a show that you might want to put me up on?" And she told me this: "You know what? You just keep on getting up on that stage, and you just keep on going to all those open mics, and I'm sure one day you'll have enough self-confidence that you'll stop stuttering." Oh no, she did. I was so pissed. And I was pissed because she didn't understand that stuttering is a neurological thing and not a psychological thing. The other thing is, if you stutter and you get up in front of people and talk, then maybe self-esteem isn't your fucking issue. Right? Thank you. And the other thing is, if I stopped stuttering, I wouldn't have an act. So let's hope that doesn't happen. So I have a couple more jokes. I have a couple ones that are kind of dirty. Okay with that? Yeah? Okay, do you want to hear those? So I'm asked some very strange things after shows. I just want to get those out of the way now. And one of the things I'm oftentimes asked is, do I stutter when I orgasm? Yeah. And what a lot of you don't know, I could tell Keith was the
Hey!
And what a lot of you don't know is that if you stutter and you're alone, then you don't stutter anymore. So the answer is no. It's like an SAT. You'll do good on the SATs. On the GREs. And then the other thing I'm asked is, what is the impact of stuttering on oral sex? Because men think there's like an extra, you know? Yeah! Yeah, they think there's like, they think it's like the equivalent to the motorboat. Oh! And I don't know about you guys, but it's really hard to stutter with a dick in your mouth. And I told that to Leroy, and you know what he said? He said, maybe that's a cure. Yeah, that's, in case Darla's watching, that's not true. I had to use someone, I already used him. And the last thing is that being a woman in comedy is very hard because it's all men out there, and a lot of times after shows, guys will come up to me and say that they want to book me on a show. Yeah, and sometimes they want to book me on a show, sometimes they're just trying to have sex with me. You know, I never knew a male-dominated industry would have such sexism, and men try to use their power to have sex. I had no idea. Anyway, I'm going to have to go. I'll be hanging out in case anyone wants to book me. I haven't been booked in a very long time, and I have a couple of openings. Thank you guys.
All the things that are running through my life right there. I'm just gonna let it go. Let it go, Keith. Let it go. Let it go, please. Please let it go. If you call 1-800-FIND Keith, I will cure your stuttering.
That's the same thing that Dave Chappelle said.
I have a disability. All right. Thank you again. Give it up to Nina G. All right. And again, we helped upset the apple cart. Can't get crippled people together for nothing. It is funny. I mean, just think about again what we just heard from Nina. One of the issues that has been prevalent in the disability community is reproductive issues. And I give lectures and speeches around the country. And I did one speech in Burlington, Vermont. And the youth were talking about they wanted to have their right to be active and to be engaged and to have sex education. Now, a lot of these kids were developmentally delayed or having cognitive disability, which is basically America, but hey. And so they were talking about it, and you could see parents going, John wants to learn about sex? I don't know if he'll be able to handle it. I'm like, well, if it's good, he shouldn't be able to handle it. But hey, And so, as the mother talks, the mother speaks and says, well, will my child be able to have a normal life? And I'm like, well, what does that mean? Because here's the question, as a parent, the child only knows what you teach.
Yeah.
As a parent, your goal and your job is to set expectations that the world can't touch, but your child will meet. So if you